He said, the result of these cumulative efforts to investigate the cell, to investigate life at the molecular level, is a loud, clear, piercing cry of design. The result is so unambiguous and so significant that it must be ranked as one of the greatest achievements in the history of science. The discovery rivals those of Newton and Einstein. He's not pulling any punches here. He's saying, this is amazing when you look in the cell. These are irreducibly complex systems that can't be modified gradually. A period about 550 million years ago, according to their dating, where they say that just about all, not all, but most of the major body plans came into existence in a geological instant. In other words, there's not a gradual process of evolution. Everything comes in instantaneously like it was created. Here's a short clip that explains this Cambrian explosion from this video, Darwin's Dilemma. Check this out.
Then, long after their extinction, everything changed in a geological instant. In a spectacular burst of creativity, the basic blueprints for most of the animal kingdom exploded into being. And for the first time, biologically complex structures like compound eyes, spinal cords, articulated limbs, and skeletons appeared on Earth. To understand the speed of the Cambrian explosion, imagine the history of life compressed into a single day.
This is Jonathan Wells, a biologist.
If we imagine the whole history of life on Earth taking place in one 24-hour period, the current standard estimates for the origin of life put it at about 3.8 billion years ago, let's say 4 billion. So if we start the clock then, our 24-hour clock, 6 hours, nothing but these simple single-celled organisms appear, the same sort that we saw in the beginning. 12 hours, same thing. 18 hours, same thing. 3/4 of the day has passed, and all we have are these simple single-celled organisms. Then at about the 21st hour, in the space of about 2 minutes, boom, most of the major animal forms appear in the form that they currently have in the present. And many of them persist to the present, and we have them with us today. Less than 2 minutes out of a 24-hour period. That's how sudden the Cambrian explosion was.
They just came into existence out of nowhere. And the evolutionists are really trying to find ways they can explain this. And they're really having a hard time trying to explain it. In fact, one guy who tried to explain it just came up with a new theory of evolution that did not rely on gradualism. He said that evolution took these huge jumps. And his name was Stephen Jay Gould. He taught at Harvard University. He said the history of most fossil species includes 2 features particularly inconsistent with gradualism, which is what you need for Darwin's theory to be true. Here's what he said. Stasis. Most species exhibit no directional change during their tenure on Earth. They appear in the fossil record looking much the same as when they disappear. Morphological change is usually limited and directionless. I should say this guy's a paleontologist, so this was his field, okay? The second aspect of this is sudden appearance. In any local area, a species does not arise gradually by the steady transformation of its ancestors. It appears all at once and fully formed. This is what the Cambrian explosion is saying. Most of the body plans come into existence immediately, fully formed, no fossil precursors. So Gould, instead of trying to contradict this evidence with Darwin, he says, oh, evolution's true, but my evolution is that evolution just takes these huge leaps. Does he have any mechanism to explain how this could occur naturally? No. He's just trying to cram the square evidence into a round hole.